Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. Andy Carter here. Thank you very much for checking out today's video, because today I'm going to be teaching you all about how to strike your irons. I'm going to give you a really good drill that I use with a lot of my clients to encourage them to let the club bottom out at the right time, because one of the most common faults we see is the ground being hit before the golf ball. There's nothing worse. The ball will not travel any distance whatsoever, because if we hit the ground first, or if we release the angle down first, then ground gets hit, the big ball gets hit, as some people say, and the ball does not travel. So a very, very simple drill. You're going to use your glove hand for this. So you're going to use your lead hand. You're going to put your trail hand behind your back. And to start with, you're just going to try and get a feeling of where that club needs to land. You're going to try and let the club just land in the middle of your feet. So with this, you want to start to feel that the club also is light in your hands. So to do that, you do need to use your body. One of the common faults for landing the club too soon or catching the ball very, very fat is golfers that just kind of swing with their arms, and they try and swing with power in their arms, and they don't actually use their body. They don't utilize the body. So the arms just kind of drop straight back down, and there we go, we catch the ball super heavy. So you want to start to feel that you're using your lower body and your upper body, getting your chest turning away from the target and then releasing back down. And you obviously want to see then the club just brushing the ground, either in the middle of your stance or slightly towards the target in your stance, okay? So that way then you know that you're releasing it in the right angle. Then when you put your trail arm back on, you want to start to try and get the same sensation. And how you're going to get that sensation is just post impact. You want this nice straight position between your lead arm and the club. So you want that straight arm post impact between your lead arm and the club. If you get that angle straight too soon, you've casted the club, and the club is now lower to the ground and more likely to catch it on the way down. So really simple drill. Just get the feeling that the lower body is rotating, chest is rotating as well, and then you're releasing the club into the ground. You just see it nice and slowly. You'll obviously catch a couple heavy along the way as you're doing it, but as long as that divot is starting to move into the middle of your stance, that is the key. That is the goal for this drill, making sure we understand where the club needs to bottom out during the swing. Then when you start to put the trail arm on, just stop into that position and just practice the lead arm, the glove hand, getting a nice straight extension to the golf club after you've hit the golf ball. So once you're in that position there, you know that's the first point, or you're going to try and feel that's the first point they get straight. Once it starts to go too soon, you are in trouble, okay? So a nice sensation is the lead arm and club nice and straight through the ball into a nice extended high follow through position. And then you start to really understand exactly where the golf club needs to bottom out, because for all types of ball striking, whether you're hitting a fairway wood or you're chipping into a green from, or pitching into a green from 30-40 yards, we've got to understand where the club needs to bottom out in the golf swing on the way through. And these little drills like this, just getting the feeling that your lower body's upper body's rotating, your lower body's turning, and the club's releasing at the right point is absolutely key. Why this is also important to make sure your body's rotating is that the club feels lighter. If you kind of stand there and just don't really turn too much, your lead arm will break quite a lot, or you'll feel like your wrists break on the wrong angle. You'll feel really uncomfortable, that the club's feeling super heavy while you're trying this drill. And if that is the case, you're not using your body. So it kind of helps you understand what the body needs to be doing to guide the club in the correct manner, because at the end of the day, the golf club is being guided by you. But for the majority of golfers that catch the ball heavy into the ground first, it's kind of almost like the club's guiding the body, and that's what we don't want to see. We don't want the club to go in front of this lead arm position. We always want it to stay behind, so then when we hit, then it can catch up afterwards. So as you're coming back down, you still want to be able to see an angle between the lead arm and the club. Then as you start to release down, the wrists will release down into the ground. You're almost allowing gravity just to kind of hit down and start to get a straighter angle as you come into impact. and then the straight angle post impact. As another little drill to get you started on this as well, you could just chip the ball away. You could go all the way down to a pitching wedge or a sand wedge and just do the full swing nice and slow, and then just hold into that position as you go through. What you want to try and feel is that your chest is up out to the target and both arms are nicely extended up and out to the target as well. So it's trying to get the feeling that the lead arm is starting to control better the angle of the club. Okay, that's actually probably harder than the first drill because the timing is absolutely vital to get the correct sensation. But what you are doing is you're starting to understand how much the body is already rotated and at what point you want to feel like the club is an extension of that lead arm. I hope this tip has helped. If it has, please do hit that subscribe button. Also like the content if you are enjoying it so far. If you do subscribe, it makes a huge difference to hopefully your game, but also to me and my channel. So please do support the channel in the only way I ask you to do it. And I will see you again very, very soon.